What's up, guys, and welcome to episode 4, Minecraft Survival. Today I'm going to be building a villager breeder and a nether portal. The first thing I need to do is terraform and flatten this place out. So, now that this is all flattened out, I can go through and lay the bottom and show you what it's going to look like. Now you'll see I got two buildings on the side, and then the nether portal is going in the middle. And now it's time to just add layers and layers and layers. The side buildings are 7 layers tall, and I don't know why, I just felt like it looked the best when I made it in my creative world. Yeah, and the reason I'm building with deep slate is it's the only material I had enough of. And I just made a like a randomized block pattern. So there's the left building done. I'm gonna move on to the right. And the right building's done. The next thing I'm gonna do is go through and add some texture to the walls. And to do that, you just want to throw some walls in the wall. That sounds kind of redundant, but it just makes the wall not flat. Then I had to go chop some trees, old tree chopping McGee. I'll see myself out. Anyways, yeah, I needed a whole bunch of jungle logs because I'm making a bunch of jungle stairs. Which, speaking of, gotta turn all these logs to planks, and then turn all these planks to stairs. And then go up here on the roof and lay them in a circle. These big builds, they look impressive, but they're not really hard. They're kind of tedious. And there's the roofs on the side, and then in the middle, the scaffolding is as tall as the top of the nether portal is gonna be. And then I had to build the sides up with that randomized block pattern that I was using. And I was just being real careful like the whole time because I didn't want to fall. And then this is the path that the villagers are going to take down. They fall into the water stream, and then they're going to fall into like a little trap. So this is the building with the middle up to the floor on the top, I guess. So I needed to put a 9x9 square of dirt with a hole in the middle for the water source. I'm going to turn this to farm soil so I can plant crops. And the reason it's 9x9 is water can saturate up to 4 blocks out. And then after I laid the dirt down, I went and started putting the walls up on the top so that the villagers don't fall out once I get them up here finally. And this randomized block pattern takes forever. But there's the structure with the building on the top. Next I have to put the roof on top of that. And there's that. And then next I get to fight with the villagers. That's my least favorite part about this whole process. But once I finally get this all done, I won't have to fight with villagers again. Because I'll be able to grab the villagers and put them in a minecart. And like once they're in a minecart, you can take them wherever you want. Yeah. But next I have to put the minecart track up there. Using minecarts is the easiest way to move villagers in the first, or like, in the first place. Like, you should never try to just like convince a villager to go where you want it to. I feel like they're built to, or like they're made to be irritating. And the powered rails, you can't forget your powered rails. I'm not gonna lie, it took me way longer than I'm comfortable admitting figuring out how to use the rail system in Minecraft. And then after I did that, I ran out of iron, so I had to go strip mine at Y16 for, I think it was 8 iron that I needed for a minecart and a new iron pickaxe. And then I got to start fighting with the villagers. So I trapped him in a boat and rowed him over to my little box that I made. And trapped him in the box. And then I'm just gonna let it play and just let y'all watch what happened.
Got him!
Anyway, so he ran back into his little hut, and I trapped him back in there and pushed him into the minecart, and then pushed the minecart all the way across my base. And that's one villager down. Trap him in a boat up here so he can't escape again. And there's the second one. Puts them some beds down. And then I should be done with this minecart track. So I'm gonna tear it up and take it out with me. Just so I don't have to do it later. I'm gonna leave the ramp though, or the staircase, or whatever you want to call it, because I'm still gonna need to get back up there. And now I have to go shear some sheep. And then next I'm gonna make 8 beds, because in order for the villagers to breed, there have to be available beds. And 8 is plenty for what I'm doing, because I'm moving the villagers out of the bed radius. I think the radius is 16 blocks. So like once the villager is out of that circle, then the bed becomes unoccupied and the villagers can breed again. And then next I'm gonna turn all the dirt to farm soil. And Then next I'm gonna plant the whole field of potatoes. And that's just because, like, usually I would plant my crops in rows, but I don't know. I feel like I've always heard that you want to just give the villagers one crop to farm so that they don't get confused, I guess. So that should be a complete working villager breeder. Except for I need to add a trapdoor over here and open these trapdoors. Next, I have to build the catcher for the villagers to fall into. And I'm gonna make this out of glass so that I can see like how many villagers are in there. Or I just like to see them. So I'm gonna grab my pickaxe and break the wall on the side. And then I'm gonna break this piece of glass. I don't need it. And I'm gonna get that piece of dirt out so that you can't see it from underneath. Put some cobblestone in there. Try to blend it in a little bit. And then next I'm gonna dig out around the sides. Just kind of like make this room a little bit bigger. Yeah, I designed this whole thing in like, I don't know, it took me like 30-45 minutes in a creative world. And add some light back in here. So, if it's not the most efficient thing, I don't really care because I designed it. You know, I didn't follow a tutorial or anything. But next I gotta build my staircase for the minecart track and put the trapdoor so that the baby villagers can't escape. And then this happened. That villager just escaped. And everything was done. Let me trap this other guy back in here. So I've been looking for that villager for like 10 minutes and I can't find him. So I'm gonna go back to the village that I stole, or I didn't steal them, I borrowed them. And I'm just gonna borrow another guy. Yeah, so I just turned a like a 2-minute job into like a 2-hour job. But anyways, he's in there and there's the first villager and 2 more. I forgot to take my temporary blocks out. I'm gonna go check and make sure that they're not escaping and make sure that they're where they're supposed to be. And they are. Grab those. Sweet. And look who decided to show up after I don't need him anymore. For that, you're staying in a boat outside. I hope a zombie gets you. And next, I need some obsidian. So I'm gonna craft a diamond pick. This is the first diamond pick of this world. Probably the only one I'll ever craft. Because I'll trade for them. And so satisfying. Anyways, so I got him on a whole bunch of obsidian with a no efficiency pickaxe. So I'll get back to you after it's done. And one more it is so slow to mine obsidian with no efficiency. But anyways, I got it all, and I'll see you guys on the top side. Alright, now I gotta go throw this nether portal together. Yeah, I could make like a small one that's like, what is it, 3x4 or 4x5 or whatever it is, but we don't do that over here. We make everything way bigger than it needs to be. So the next thing I think I'm gonna do is probably throw some windows into these buildings. And I'm using window panes because it adds texture. And yeah, there's the structure with some details done to it. It's starting to look like a thing. So I'm gonna show you how I use the villager breeder. So the villagers are over there. I'm gonna grab my minecart and put it on the powered rails. And then, because the minecart isn't a full hitbox, or a full block, and the trapdoor's not a full block, when I flick the lever, it's gonna pull one villager out and put him in the minecart. And then turn that lever off, and take this rail and turn it the other way. And then push this guy out and up the stairs. And then from there, I would take him out the front door. And the last thing I'm going to do in this episode is light this nether portal. In the next episode, I'll probably go into the nether once I build a fence so I don't get attacked by creepers. I did that one time. I went through my nether portal and there was like 5 creepers on the other side. But anyways, this is it. This is my full structure done. Villager breeder complete. I need an iron farm soon, but I think nether next episode. But until then,